Good morning. It is so good to see all of you. Um, and so let me give a big wave to everybody out there. I just love seeing your names pop up and knowing that you are part of a group of thought leaders who are just absolutely amazing. So, what we're talking about this week are the qualities, the tools that you need to have embodied. I'm Kathy Hawk, creator and founder of Clarity, and do know that we have a Clarity breakfast coming up on June 27th. I want to remember to say this because it's kind of funny to call something that you can watch anytime a breakfast. But you know what makes that name work for me so well and that we've used for almost 28 years is breakfast says to me that the healthiest thing you can do is to start your day nourished. So, food is one way. And so, what we've always done, and it's worked so well, is to nourish your mind. So, how do you do that? Well, there are tools, Clarity's got them, and they're amazing tools because you've got to nourish your mindset. You just must. Otherwise, it can get all cloudy with all of the opinions and the advice and the news and all of the messaging from sources that aren't necessarily healthy sources. So it's as important that you nourish your mind as well as your body and, of course, your spirit. So we've been working our way through this tool called the Clarity Field Awareness Guide. Now, let me point out a few things. So fields here, fields mean that you need to be aware of three energy fields because that's how energy moves. And it goes through the field. First, your personal field, then the near field, your environment, and then, of course, the remote field, where we have almost no influence on it at all, and where we're getting a bulk of our messaging from. So, Clarity's mission is to give you messaging that will really work in your personal field because we can't change the global field messaging. We cannot listen to it, that's for sure. We can hold our field, hold our positivity. That's what hold your field is. We'll talk about that more later. But today, we've been working our way across the essential qualities that are totally necessary for you to remain positive. So we started beginning of the week with vision versus fear, making your choices from what you see ahead and versus what you're trying to avoid. From making your choices from passion versus pattern. So what are you now passionate about instead of doing things the old way? What is your experience? Are you experiencing that burst of energy that comes when your mind focuses on something positive? Or are you going by memory and what used to work for you? And then feedback is very positive. What's the feedback? Your body's giving you feedback all the time. That's the beauty of your personal field. So feedback versus opinion. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. And response versus react. Wow, how do you take that in breath and just let me reset my mind? Let me do that instead of reacting. Now, the message versus the messenger, that is so important. Are you focusing on, instead of blame and criticism with the messenger, like, I can't believe they said that, listening carefully to the message and pulling any grain of truth out of it. And there may not be any, in which case you can dismiss it, take it out of your energy field, and release it. But the next two that we're going to work on today and tomorrow are the differences between me being a mirror and a sponge and observing and absorbing. So let's start with that one today, because that's something we often don't think about, and it is so important. So what I'm going to do here, let me pull this a little bit closer. There we go. All right. What we're going to work on here, now remember, we've been using arrows as directional signals. So we have a thing called the line here. And I'll get it ready for both days. This is the line. And so in order to change the energy of change, we have to go through challenge, and we have to go through discomfort. And we have to go through we don't want to linger there, but they're transitional states. So let's put in discomfort here, and let's put in this one, challenge. The challenge that it takes for us to all hold our field and not lose our energy to negativity, which is not very helpful. So we're going to use that today and tomorrow. And so as we go over above the line, and above the line has a high frequency. It has been measured to move positively, high, fast, and clear, which is really what you're looking for here. You don't want to be sludgy and under the line like in the mud. So today, we're going to take a look at how much more effective is it for us to be mirrors versus being sponges. So sponges say that we have taken on other energy. So sometimes it feels like, in a way, like I don't know who I am anymore. I've got this negativity from here and negativity from here, and I cannot get clear, hence get clarity. So how do you do that? How do you learn to reflect out the light that you feel into the fields around you? And you have to do it by setting your mind positively to do this, because everything above the line here is measured on the frequency of how thoughts travel to be high, fast, and clear. High, fast, clear, and positive. Negativity is low, slow, and dense, and it feels that way, like you're just like slugging through the thickness. I always think of it as mud, but so here, these thoughts are low, slow, and dense. Now, isn't that interesting how energy mirrors in our mind, what it feels like in our mind, and then as it comes down into our body, which happens in 125,000th of a second or less, what that's like. I mean, you know what it's like to be in the density of confusion and negativity and being lost, like not really knowing where to go. So what we're working through this week is to give you directional signals. So when you're at a choice point, things are challenging and uncomfortable, how can you choose? You could do something as simple as saying today, I am a mirror. I am reflecting into the field light. That is what I'm doing. I'm taking positive thoughts and I'm reflecting them into the field. Otherwise, you absorb it and you get everybody else's energy all mixed up with yours. And that is so draining. So this is what we call lights on, and we call this lights off. And the reason is lights on is the serotonin expression in your body, and people glow, they radiate. And so in the beginning of clarity, I asked that question. I said, Can you see energy? And it is yes, you can. Passion radiates. You can see it. So thanks for spending the 10 minutes with us today. And what we're going to do tomorrow is work on the next. We'll fill this one in and give you more clues for how to set your mind as you move across this big field of jumbled thoughts and how you can pick them out. So thanks a lot, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a lights on day.